think we keep this. Start with the farmland. Yep. Turn to probably a naturalist. We'll see what happens. Black do nothing. Okay. Well, if that's the case, does that change anything? We'd prefer to keep the naturalist around. Mono black. Turn 3, they want to go Liliana. I think we'd like to hit land with Commune Spirits. A little bit weird line, but I think they want to go turn 3 Liliana. We hit green. Let's take that. Let's drop you. Let's play the Visitor. Not as sad if that gets removed versus the Naturalist. Swamp Trespasser. Strip something out of the graveyard. Have to be mindful of that with Catilda later in the game. Yep, there's Catilda. Borrowed Time. I don't mind dropping both the Naturalist and the Weaver this turn, and then trying to copy Borrowed Time next turn. Or the Circle. Let's try it. Here comes the Weaver. And if we hit land, we could potentially... Well, let's see if they pick off the Naturalist. We could see Liliana minus and sack the Naturalist here. Meat Hook for 2. All right. That does it as well. Take 1. Strip something else out of the graveyard now. Down to 17. Land's okay. We could discard it, though. We could go Borrowed Time, drop the land off. I think, or Circle of Confinement, drop the land off. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We don't need too much land to survive with this deck, and we have all the colors we need. Saving Borrowed Time for a Planeswalker. Shouldered, or a more expensive creature. Fine. Draw, lose a little bit of life. It's okay. Drop Borrowed Time, take the Shouldered. A lot of land. Opponent does nothing. Well, we're probably going to lose Catilda here. We don't have to drop Catilda into Infernal Grasp. We could just drop the Spirited Companion instead. I think that's just fine. There's a little bit of stick here. Yeah, they probably have more removal. Maybe they're just setting up for a big Invoke Despair. That's also pretty reasonable. Human Spirits, nice draw. Take that now. I guess we just take the Circle here. I think they're setting up for a big Invoke Despair. That's my best guess. Land. Do nothing again. Okay. Well, we could Michiko for some damage. I think we drop the Catilda this turn. Get in for 1. Opponent takes it. Let's drop the first Catilda. Maybe they have a bunch of Massacre in hand. Comes in as a 4/4. Pretty hefty creature. Evolved Sleeper. Interesting. I think they just top deck that. Power you up. Is this all land? What is going on here? They had the land if they wanted to Massacre. We have the Circle. They know we have the Circle. I think we just try it here. They definitely have stick. I'm surprised we didn't see Infernal Grasp last turn. They let it go. Okay, fine. Get in for a good chunk of damage. I'm not really sure what they have in hand. Okay, there it is. I'm surprised we didn't see it last turn, though. Maybe they're just on full control. Well, no, only with 1 card left in hand. We're functioning pretty well with just 3 lands. They passed our turn yet again. I think we just drop back up Catilda. Yeah, we're stick. Alright, let's drop back up Catilda. They probably pick it off with another Infernal Grasp. Then maybe next turn we go Generous Visitor plus Michiko. No more instant interaction. I think just holding full control. Underdog comes down, sure. And Infernal Grasp on their turn. I'm so confused why they're not doing that on their own turn. Alright, they get the draw off. Well, we might whack them pretty hard here. Companion's okay. I think we go Visitor plus Michiko, though. They're relatively tapped out. Put it here. Alright. Hit him for 7. Drops down to 8. That's a lot of damage to take. Trespasser comes down. Pick off one of these Catildas. We have Borrowed Time. They're going to need something else, or otherwise they're straight up dead here. Underdog part 2. Okay. Weaver. I think we keep pumping the Companion. Weaver pumps everyone. Borrowed Time picks off the Underdog. We don't have to do it that way, though. Let's take a companion draw this turn. Another Michiko's a lot of damage, though. Maybe we just force him to take some terrible blocks here. Okay. Threatening a lot of damage here. Take one block there. Drop to 2. We are at 10, by the way. Down to 9. They just need to top that land to have lethal. I guess they can't actually do that. Sack a creature. Dropping off the companion here. An enchantment. We'll take this Michiko, I think. Down to 7. Going up to 3. Another land. 3 mana open. I don't think we push for lethal here. Play out you. Could have even dropped you off. Target here. Attempt to remove you. And they scoop. Okay, kind of close. They definitely could have turned the corner almost, but managed to get there. Looks great. We can commune on 1. Not sure quite what we want yet. Alright, we're going to start with commune. We want a nice 3-drop, I guess. Could play Borrowed Time on 3. Companion is not bad in general. Let's just take the companion for now. Plan to go Kami on 2 and then companion on 3. We always have Circle and Confinement to take their 3-drop if we need to. Bosiju, okay. Nope, drop the Kami here. Could have been used Bosiju to pick off their Tri-land. Might not run any basics, it is possible. Lanes. And their own companion. Okay, Esper Zur. Michiko hits like a truck, that's interesting. Turn 3, they'll start having a cheap binding ready. I think let's start with a companion, see what we draw. We don't have double white for Catilda anyway. That's not bad eventually. Get him for 3 points of trample damage. Bosiju could be incredibly important against their binding. Alright, binding now costs, what, 1 mana? Yep, they got it all. Naturalist is quite good. I think they're going to binding someone this turn. Nothing we can do about that. I think we dropped the, I think we just dropped the Naturalist. I think they're going to try to binding the Kami. So that's the case. We could attack first. See if they're going to wait till after combat. We don't really want to trade the companion off. We'd like to keep as many spirits around as possible. Yep, there's the binding, just like we thought. Probably on the Kami. How does this resolve? I think we need to let this resolve first. Otherwise, I think we don't. I'm not even sure we get the thing back. Okay, I think we let that guy resolve. Then the question is, we play the Naturalist here. I think we just Bosiju on their turn. Yeah, I think we Bosiju on their turn. Get it back. Drop the Naturalist plus something else. There's more stick here. They might have another binding in hand. Could also be Cut Down. Or Rona's Vortex. Those are the other 2 1-drops I play in this deck. To help smooth the curve with the tap lands. Alright, overkill now. Could potentially start seeing Zur as soon as next turn. We do have a circle for it. Bankbuster, okay. That's also potentially a Bosiju target, but I think we just take the binding here. Alright. Channel you away. Binding goes down. Get back the Kami. Unfortunately, they get any land with a basic land type. That's what the card says. But we do get to play out some good things this turn. Let's drop the Naturalist. There's more sticks, so they might have second binding here. We're at a cut down range. So if they have second binding here, we could just take the companion. Yeah, I think they have another binding here. So I think we take the companion instead of dropping a Michiko. And they probably want to binding the Kami again. That's my guess. Yep, there's binding part 2. We don't have an answer to this one. Okay. Here comes Zur. Yep, here comes the 6/6 lifelinker. Alright, take 6. So we're going to circle away the Zur, and we hope to draw into removal for the binding after the fact. Don't quite get there. Also a little tight on mana. But I do think we start here anyway. Opponent with more stick, either cut down or the third binding in hand. Good for them. And we attempt a Michiko here. Again, they're sticks, so it's either cut down or... I think we have to try the Naturalist just for the lifelink, but that is their prime target. They let it resolve. Could see third binding right now. Third binding, take the circle, get back the Zer, block the companion. Yeah. I mean, opponent kind of had the nuts. It's not like I didn't see it coming. But, oh, they don't even block. Why don't they block the companion? That's interesting. Now they power up the... Oh, borrowed time too. Yikes. They take Michiko. Okay. Well, I think that's about it. Enchantments versus perfect enchantment Zer draw. Doesn't always happen like that, but they're making it happen this game. And more land. We draw the Catilda. I think that's probably it. Can get in with our lifelinker. And we probably need to chump block with a companion. Take the draw. Borrow time on the Catilda. Go block, take 7. Down to 3. Yeah, pretty much game. Yeah, I'll scoop there. That's fine. I mean, we could keep going, but I don't think we can really quite get there. Yeah, that's game. That's fine. Good draw. Not too shabby. On the draw. Let's see if we can survive. Blue. Okay. That's a nice draw. Okay, opponent's turn. Second blue, do nothing. Yeah, okay. Well, we want to drop the Kami here because if they counter it, we can potentially get it back later. So I think we do it like that. Yep, they counter it. Sure. So we're looking at a haughty Jin deck. Third land, let's see if they drop the Jin unprotected. They don't. More land is a great draw here. Allows us to double spell. Drop the Visitor plus the Kami. I think that's pretty good. Could also go Naturalist. Visitor plus Naturalist. That sticks. I think they're going to counter the next thing. Let's drop another Kami. Let them counter it. Maybe we'll get it back later in the game. Okay, hits the battlefield. Could see a bounce here. Could see an Impulse. Opponent draws up. Holding on to Circle for the Jin. We're going to need our 3-mana Exile spell to hit the Tolarian Terror and a good amount of mana. So we're going to have to hit some more lands here too to make this work. Okay, 1 to the hand. And we see a Fading Hope on the Kami. Okay. 1 to the top. Spooky. 4th land. Now is it Jin time? Okay, Terror comes out. We don't have enough mana to deal with it just yet. Could drop the Visitor and Kamis. I think that's fine. We're going to need some big creatures to race them back. And we might have lost the race anyway. No attacks into the 5/5. Yeah, the Waggas survive. No blocks. Down to 15. And do they just hold counter magic? The Jin comes down. 1 mana open. Enough for a counter spell, though. We hit the land. That's pretty crucial here. Allows us to circle away the Jin and try to get in for a good chunk of damage. So we play Circle alone. They make disappear. I think we have to leave mana open for that. So I think we just drop the Circle here. That's fine. I think we spread these out for now. I don't want to put too many eggs in any one basket currently. And we'll see if they have a straight up negate. No. They probably had make disappear then. They march, phase out their own Jin. Okay, this is a chance to land a good chunk of damage. Could drop the Naturalist, could drop the Weaver. We'd like to get the Naturalist down, actually. On the off chance that, we can suit it up with lifelink. They want to bounce the Kami the most. I think we try to get one of these guys big enough to go through the Terror next turn. Get in there. When it drops to 10, they have 2 cards remaining. They have 9 attacking power. Impulse, they dig immediately for 1 mana. It's pretty good. Look at the top 4 cards. Another March probably about seals away the game. One of the cards is the land. Another one's another Jin. Interesting. Attack just with the Jin. Down to 10. 1 mana open. I think we take the Commune. Look for cheap removal. We would like to drop the Michiko on the Naturalist. That's our dream. Let's start here, though. Circle on the Jin. I think that's right. Michiko, what about double Michiko instead? Could just bounce one of our creatures. I think we go for removal instead. Good game. Because you have the counterspell or you don't have interaction. Let's at least make you a 5/5. And put a counter here. They negate the circle. Okay. Well, that means we can perform a giant lifelinking attack this turn. We drop the Weaver. They block 2, we get in 10. So we just need to make enough 5/5s. Nice. Whew. Close one. Almost didn't get there. Looks okay. Good mana. Red. Red do nothing. Drop the Visitor. There is Stick. Might see a little play with fire action. Goodbye. Hopefully the Naturalist sticks more. Second red. More do nothing. I don't have to drop the Naturalist. I think it's fine if we do, though. They pick it off, we play Catilda. Catilda sticks around. We're gonna be okay. So, alright. Play the Naturalist into the removal. Looks like a Lightning Strike, potentially. Yep, there's Lightning Strike. Naturalist goes down. Third lands. Okay, opponent plays a creature. It's a Reckless Stormseeker. How much removal do they have left? I think we go Circle plus Commune this turn. I prefer to drop Catilda when she's big enough to survive. We'll just keep taking enchantments. We don't need more land at this exact moment. Alright. Anti-vampire attack against the werewolf. Stormseeker part 2, okay. They get in for some more damage. That's interesting. I think we just keep taking their creatures, though. We don't want to slow down too much and have them just use removal on a creature and then Kumano. Okay, that's a little slow. I want it to pick off Kami and shove through more damage with the... Ooh, that's it. Alright. Is it time to play you out? Comes in as a 3/3. We'd like one more out there. Let's drop the Kami this turn. There is Stick. Might see another Lightning Strike here. Okay, goes down. We might... That's a lot of removal. Might feel safe enough to drop the first Catilda this turn and then start swinging the game. They do nothing, though. Ooh, Shivan Devastator. Okay. That's some damage dropped to 9. Triple Catilda. Alright, it's time. I mean, we don't have to. We could drop Borrowed Time. They get in for 6. We could drop Borrowed Time. That's 3 enchantments. Makes Catilda a 4/4 when it comes in. Which survives Lightning Strike. And play with fire. Phoenix Chick, okay. What else you got? Down to 6. Another Kumano, okay. Down to 5. I do think we survived this turn. If we were really greedy, we could play Commune with Spirits, but if we whiff, we just lose. So, let's drop Catilda. 4/4 Lifelinker. That should slow him down. And if we swing with Michiko... Okay. Doesn't have haste, though. I think we Commune. And maybe attack with Michiko. Bosiju's okay. Companion's good, just as a blocker, I think. I think we drop Michiko this turn. And I think we actually attack for 9 here. So they go up 9. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go down 9 this turn. Plus whatever they top deck here. Down to 5. But it only gets bigger from here. I think we go Spirited Companion. We could guarantee the counter, though. Drop a Visitor. Drop a Companion. Make the lifelink as big as possible. Also presents lethal. Lightning Strike, Two-Face, and Scoop. Nicely done. Man, it's a little awkward, but I think we keep this. And I think we just go Visitor on 1 and hope we had an untapped land. If not, we'll survive. Okay. Yeah, I think we start with the Visitor here. 2 tap lands coming. One with their own tap land. Alright, sadly this is all we're doing this turn. Get in for 1. Double Kami. Dimir. Well. Kami's not bad, especially if they counter it. Could potentially get it back in a later turn. Let's do it like that. Essence Capture. Okay. Alright, so this is probably Dimir Flash aggro. Ooh, they got stuck on land, though. Alright, so probably going to counter one more thing this turn. We drop the Weaver, we get the counter. Let's try to drop another Kami. See if they counter it. Attempt to get in for 1. Maybe they have a flash creature. Nope. Okay. Spectral Adversary. Sure. One is Dimir Flash. Combat Research. Uh-oh. Draw a card. Well, we would like to borrow time this turn. One has 1 mana open. Yeah, we're going to go for it here. Hit the counters first. That's fine. We'll spread these out. Spell Pierce. Okay. And we do still get in for a good chunk of damage. When it drops down to 12. Combat Research again. They're still stuck on land. They're probably running 20 lands or so. We might commune with Spirits, look for more removal. Okay, they do hit their 3rd land drop finally. Circle of Confinements. Probably drop that first. Yeah, that's fine. Get the counters going. We're still winning the damage race currently. No, I'm not sure about that. Continue to spread these out. I see a negate. That's fine. Still good to shove through a decent chunk of damage here. When it drops down to 5, despite the counters, we'll take Commune with Spirits. I don't know if we want land or not. Land's okay. Another Circle's also pretty good. Just continue to put on the pressure. I think that's fine. Let's continue to force them to counter things. Okay. Go down to 14. They keep drawing. They know we have Circle coming, so they're going to hold more counter magic. Or phase out or something, but lethal is nearly presented here. Tap land comes down. Haughty Jin. Okay. Well, we just tried the Circle here. Sure. And the scoop. Okay. Funky little game there. That's rough. If we don't hit white, we basically lose the game. I don't think it's worth it. I think we mulligan here. Better in terms of mana. We also have the Naturalist, which is very good. Might put back the Companion here. Could also put back Kami. Let's put back Michiko, actually. Keep everything else around. Start here. Let me know in the comments what you would have kept or not. Michiko, obviously, we're up against Orzhov. I think we just dropped the Naturalist here. Michiko, you know, can offer some explosive potential. And if you mull to 6, maybe your plan is just, all right, let's just be aggressive as possible and win. But the rest of these cards seem a little bit more powerful in general. Phyrexian Missionary. Okay. Well, we have the land. Could go Weaver and Companion this turn. I like the idea of taking whatever the next creature is. Let's try getting the Weaver down. I think, and the Companion. Maybe we go Kami Weaver. That's fine too. Alright. And then next turn we'll hope to double up on a borrowed time. Alright, the lifelink races begin. 3rd land, what else you got? Okay. Well, we have targets for borrowed time now. We're not going to have enough white to play out the Companion anyway. So let's just do it like this. Target you. They scoop on that? Okay, that's fine. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. Selesnya Enchantments still very strong, having lost very little in the rotation. There are a couple ways to build this deck. One is the more aggressive version I have here, and the other is a little bit more slow control-y, depending on Hollowed Haunting and Wedding Announcement to get the job done. You don't really want to play Hollowed Haunting in this version because if you drop it, and you don't have any follow-up for it, then you just did nothing for a turn and you can't quite close out the game. You need to have a little bit of card draw so that you actually have things to do after the Haunting lands, which is where Wedding Announcement comes in, gives you a little more card draw, because other than that, we just have the Spirited Companion in the deck. But I think this version is a little bit stronger. It's more aggressive. You can obviously have some insane starts, going Visitor and Kami, and then playing a bunch of enchantments. Michiko can pump out a ton of damage at a time. Harmony is great, allowing you to copy your Circle of Confinement and Borrowed Time for some blowout moves. I do like Borrowed Time a little more than Touch the Spirit Realm or Hold for Ransom because it can hit any non-land permanent, which is great when there are a lot of planeswalkers in the format, like Liliana and Wandering Emperor, and who knows what else. The other card, Skyblessed Samurai, is new. I did try it out for a little bit, but I think it's just too conditional. It's too expensive, and if you're going 1-for-1 with your opponent, then this is just a sitting duck in the hand, so I don't think it's worth playing. Blossoming Sands, the mana base is tight. We're only running 21 lands. I think that's actually right. You could maybe cut one to go up to 22, maybe drop the Commune with Spirits, but those two are fairly interchangeable in a sense. Since this is the more aggressive configuration, I don't think we have space for Blossoming Sands, because you really do want to hit Visitor on one if you can. Even Commune with Spirits, setting you up for subsequent turns, is pretty good on one as well. This might belong in the more controlling version with Hallowed Haunting and Wedding Announcement because you're a bit slower, but in this aggressive deck, I don't think you want your tap lands early. Just have the farmland on 3 ready to go. That's the deck. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I read the comments. Let me know, share something with me. I don't know, anything's good. As always, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.